When I was in high school, I was involved in some, I guess, summer enrichment programs. One took me to Franklin and Marshall College, which is a four-year private college in eastern Pennsylvania. Very strong in the sciences. It happened to be I was there for an astronomy institute, but I studied geology there, and excellent.
That was a four-year course?
4-year.
And then when you finished, what were your choices?
I applied to several graduate schools, obviously, but I made a decision to go to graduate school immediately. There was a lot of momentum involved. You didn't
want to go into a job at that point?
No.
Definitely?
Well, no, but it's interesting. As an undergraduate, I had decided to try to accelerate the program so that I could get through field camp a year earlier and do an honors or a senior thesis. And I was able to do that just because I started the structural geology curriculum ahead of time. And that really paid off, so that I had an idea of what was in store by the time I finished my undergraduate degree, and I was focused as well on structural and tectonics.
And did that then point you in a particular direction for which school to go to for the M.Sc?
Yeah, and I chose University of California, Santa Cruz. Had a great department and still do, particularly in tectonics. And so I went there for my master's degree, thinking if all goes well, I'll continue to a PhD. At that point in time, and I was happily working my way through, we had a guest speaker. It was Marco Einaudi from Stanford. And of course, in Santa Cruz, we were able to draw really top-notch speakers from the USGS, Stanford, all universities in the region, Bay Area region. Berkeley, absolutely. Marco gave a talk at Santa Cruz in the speaker series, and
what was that, on Yerrington or?
It probably was, and you know, I can't even remember his classic work. He was also by then working on Carfork, big scarn systems at Carfork, and I would say that was a landmark moment, because I had a feeling, and I went up afterwards and spoke with him, that that would be something that I would want to do with the rest of my life as a career. And he welcomed me to take courses at Stanford, commute, and I did. I took his mapping course at Yerrington over spring break. I took his advanced ore petrology curriculum the last quarter, and then finished my master's, and at that point left and decided to get a job, and that's what I was focused on.
And so did you contact Marco for advice?
Well, you know, I had an opportunity, a fair number of opportunities to get to know him a bit better. Those years at Stanford, and again, I was a visiting student, we probably had 30 students in economic geology in my course. And I had missed the first part of the curriculum, so I jumped right in. But it went well, and there's some people that I'm still in touch with who are well-known. John Dillis, Oregon, for example, who were in that class in those years, who are now really prominent in the field. So, you know, it was a great time.
Must have been quite inspirational.
Inspirational. Yeah. And Marco, of course, was a very inspirational, charismatic person.